Hey everyone, so just a quick video today. So I've had a couple of the AliExpress braided nylon loop bands through. So with this particular order, as you can see from the bands that I've received, these are the original kind of early replicas, if you like, where rather than taking the nylon loop right to the edges as the originals do, they've chosen to basically just do a thin strip down the middle. What they've also done is obviously they've opted for these sort of plasticky, it almost feels like metal, but I think it is plastic, that the actual clasps. Now, in terms of sizing, they are the exact size that were advertised. So I believe these ones were just listed as 135mm. However, what you will notice is, whilst that one doesn't look too bad, so this is the pink one that I actually ordered for my daughter, relatively good condition. One thing I have noticed is the texture is very different. So the best way I can describe this is if you've ever experienced burnt clothes. So when clothes burn and it makes that sort of really rough texture on the edge of the pot that's actually burnt, that's what this whole band feels like essentially. None of this is actually smooth like the original is. So it's got a very strange kind of texture to it, and I'm not sure if it'll come across on camera or not, but it's kind of patchy. You might just be able to see it in some of these, and I think that's literally just the difference between the dye that they've used on the actual braid itself. Now that one, relatively okay, not too much of a problem with that one. The black one, same thing again, so they've opted for the thinner strap, but as you can see just there, so this one, obviously as soon as I've taken it out of the packaging, straight away I've noticed that one of the braids is actually completely torn out. I have put in a dispute claim for this one, so more than likely I'll probably just end up getting my money back for this one. But having waited over a month for it, obviously it's not a very nice experience. Now the other thing that I have noticed also with these ones, that I didn't try on mine until after these actually came, was if you take a look at, try not to break my Apple Watch there, if you take a look at the width of them, these ones actually distort a lot more than your standard one, Apple one does. So when you actually pull these apart, they separate quite a bit, whereas the original one doesn't do that. The other thing is, in terms of fitment, so I'll just chuck this on quickly. Right, so in terms of fitment, as you can see, it's not actually very tight. And this is the smallest size that this particular seller actually produced. Now the one kind of saving grace for this is, what it does do is it enables me to just wear it slightly further up. With this having been purchased purely for work, it does mean that basically, whilst we always wear gloves at work, so basically the glove goes over the top of it. What it does enable me to do is, whenever I'm washing my hands, I can push this up a lot easier compared to the silicone band that I was actually using, a red silicone band. It's also a little less garish compared to that, because that one does kind of stand out quite a bit. I do also have another black one on order. As I said, that one is a 1-for-1 copy. So once that one actually arrives, we'll do another comparison. This one is purely for work. That one would have been more for sort of using at home, just general use basically, an actual daily kind of band, whereas this one, it wasn't much. It was only, I think it was only about £3.61 for each of these. This one's fine. I've already left feedback for this one. It's not brilliant. I don't particularly like this design, but obviously that's what they do. I was literally just hoping that it'd be a bit smaller in terms of fitment once you've actually got it on. This one, if it wasn't for the sort of cut braid, this one would have actually been fine. I would have suggested that for the price this would have been fine, but obviously the quality is the issue on this particular one. What I'll do is I'll chuck on screen the actual listing for the seller that I actually purchased this off, and then you guys can obviously make your own decision as to whether you want to actually go for one of these ones or not. I know a lot of sellers, a lot of commenters have actually posted about how they prefer this so a sort of color-coded plastic bit rather than the silver, because the silver does tend to stick out, as has been noted several times. But for me personally, this doesn't feel anything like the original, and also the look of it's not something that makes it look any better to me. In my mind, this just looks like a cheap aftermarket band, whereas the original one it's basically, it feels premium, it looks premium, and I think that's what you're paying the money for. Anyway, as I say, once I get the other bands through, I will post another video with those, and then I'll do a full comparison with all the bands that I've received so far, and just give you my opinions on those. Links for anything that I can find will be in the description down below. If you haven't already done so, please do subscribe and hit that bell icon, that way you don't miss out on any new videos upcoming.